Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will be starting with the third video of Lightning Web Component. In the last two videos we have covered a Hello World program in which we have understand the structure of Lightning Web Component, and second we have understand the dynamic binding using a reactive method and the interpolation. So if I talk about today's session, we will be understanding the concept of conditional rendering, where we can manage the UI components based upon our conditions. This is very much helpful in the real world scenarios. What is conditional rendering? Let's start with the basics. Conditional rendering means when we want to show only some part of our content, then we will be using a boolean variable to and hide other part where the condition equal to false. So if I talk about in LWC, we have only two special directives that we will be using here. First is if colon true, and we give the property either it is false or true, or we can take a dynamic value as well, where we can use the data binding that we have covered in the last session, and play with that variable, and if equal to false then we only hide that element. So let's understand this example with the help of an example. So first of all, let's create a Lightning Web component here. So let's do one thing. I will be doing Command Shift P in order to create Lightning component, and let's name the name component as conditional rendering, and let's create this. Once our component is created, we will be playing around with only HTML here. So let's go here. So what we will be using here, will be taking lightning card, lightning hyphen card. So as soon as we have taken the lightning card, let's give a title as we will playing around with title, playing around with conditional rendering. Once we are done with this, first thing that we will be taking a template if true. So it is already giving me the text, so I will be using the same. So here what I will be doing after doing this, I will be closing the template tag here. Once we are done with it, then further we will be taking template if false. So similarly like we have taken earlier, so it has provided me the code. So now let's fix this code as per our requirement. So let's do one thing. Instead we will be removing this. So we are taking one variable, that is show message. Let's make it show rendering, and let's copy the show rendering here and let's paste it here. So what I will be doing here, if the value equal to true, if the value is equal to true, then you will be seeing me, and let's copy it a full line, and let's change, instead of true let's make it false. So only this is the difference between if false and if true. So let's do this. So you can use this conditional statements as per your demand. Let's take an example. If the value is coming out of true, if the value is coming out of false, you can use both. So you don't have to rely on one condition. You can go for either true or false. So we are good with this, and let's copy this. And what we will be doing inside this class, in JavaScript, let's make it equal to true. So that's it. So what we will be doing, last step we will be making is exposed equal to true, and other thing that we will be doing here is targets, and let's go on target, and here what I will be taking lightning homepage. So let's deploy this component. We are done with the small logic of conditional rendering in order to understand how this is working. So since this has been done, so let's open our organization So I hope we have opened our organization here. So this opened our organization. I think it will take a minute, and in a minute and so it will get open. So we will go on to Sales app because earlier we are doing everything on Sales app. So let's move on to Sales app. And what we will be doing, instead of this component, we will be dragging and dropping over new component that we have created, that is conditional rendering. So let's play around with that. So you are able to see that conditional render is coming. So let's delete this component out, and instead of this, let's paste this conditional rendering here. Once we are done, you are able to see if this value is, if the value is equal to true, then you are able to see me. Yes, it is coming in the page layout only because we have given the value equal to true. So let's check on the page as well if this is coming. So now let's play around with one more thing. Let's make it false. So simply I will be going on onto my JavaScript, and instead of true, let's make it false. So let's save this out, and now let's deploy this example. And after deploying, once the deployment has been successful, there we will refresh our page. First, let's see if the component has been successfully deployed. Yes, it has been successfully deployed. So now let's jump on to our page, and now you will be seeing the value equal to false. So let's refresh this out. Let's refresh it again. So you are able to see now, if the value is equal to false, then you will be able to see me. So now we have done a simple example. Now make it more complex so that we are able to understand the real-time usage of this button. So we will be making this button as a toggle. So we will be showing a message, we will be hiding a message. Let's play around with this. First of all, what we will be doing, let's remove the if false condition, and let's play around with this only. Okay, so what I will be doing, first of all, I will be creating a lightning button here. So let's make a lightning button, and after button, so it is giving me all the things. So I will be using all the things, but I will be making a changes here. So what I will be doing, handle toggler, and what I will be doing, handle toggle one, handle toggle. Okay, so let's save this out. So what I will be doing, so here I will be using the show rendering method on show rendering boolean variable only. So what I will be doing, I will be just copying this handle toggle, and let's paste this method here. So what I will be doing, I will be keeping a show rendering equal to this. So this dot show rendering is not equal to this dot show rendering. By doing this, I will be directly playing around with the handle toggle. So what I will be doing here, so let's copy this handle toggle button, and once we are done with the handle toggle, so let's save this out. So this dot show rendering if equal to false, then it will get converted into true by the not operator, and if it is true, then we need to change it to false. So let's play and make a fancy message here. You are able to see me. You are able to see me only when I am true. Hooray! Let's play around with the emotions as well. So let's deploy this out. So once we deploy this out, now let's see how our Lightning Web Component is working. So once we are done with the deployment, we will be just refreshing our Lightning Web Component that is coming here. So here I should also able to see a button that is handle toggler. So yes, we have given the value equal to false. So as soon as I click here, so it is giving me one time true, one time false, one time true, one time false. So it is acting as a toggle button. We have played around with the 2 times with this. So now we are making this scenario more real time. So now what we need to use, if a user enter a valid username, then only we need to show the success message, else we need to show the error message that invalid login please log in, invalid username, please log in again. So let's start with this scenario. So first of all, let's open the Visual Studio Code. So where is my Visual Studio Code? So it is coming here. So if I go here in the Visual Studio Code, first thing that I will be doing here is I will be just removing all the concepts that we have done till now. So we will empty our lightning card here, and let's keep the if true, and yes, we will be playing around with this. So first thing that we will be keeping is lightning input. So let's take lightning hyphen input, and here let's my bad, so let's make it is giving me by default, so let's make it. So what I will be doing, so let's take it equal to text, and let's add the label enter username, enter user name, and on change let's make handle change. So once we are done with this, first we will be setting a button value. So let's take a variable name as username. Also we will be setting a value equal to username. Once we are done with this, so let's save this out, and after saving it, first thing that we will be doing here is we will be taking a variable as username equal to blank. Okay, once we are done with this, we will be creating a handle change method. So let's create handle change. Once handle change is created, first thing that we will be doing, yes, it is giving me by default this, so this is giving me this code. So we will not be using this code, but this dot username equal to, we will be getting this event dot target dot value. So what I will be doing, that is we will be naming event here, and after giving event, we will be giving event dot target dot value, and let's play around with this. Since we are playing around with JavaScript, we will be doing console.log this dot username. Let's play around with this and see if the value is landing in our code or not. So let's save this out, and let's delete this part as well for now. So let's save this out, and after saving, let's deploy our conditional rendering component. So once we deployed it, first thing that you will be seeing here is you will be going here on your component. So where is my component? So I hope my component is landed here. So as soon as I go here, let's do Control-Shift-I. Oh my bad. So I forgot that I'm using a Mac. Last time when I worked on this, I was using the Office Windows. So let's do inspect element, and let's refresh our component again, so that we can able to see the real component that we are seeing. So it is not getting refreshed. So I think we have done small mistakes. So what we have done, we have made this capital, and here in the method we have taken it small. So it is better to copy it instead of playing around with this. So now let's deploy this, and after deploying, we will be checking how our component is now looking. So we have refreshed this out. So let's see now if we are getting a value or not. So yes, now we are getting, and let's type Trishu, and if I go here, if I inspect element, you will be able to see that on change you are getting a value. So our username is getting settled. So now the next thing that we need to set here is if a person add a submit button, if a person enter a login button, then we need to check if this name is correct or not. So what we will be doing, we will be creating a button here that is of login type. So let's move on to Visual Studio. So and now let's delete it here, and what we will be doing here is lightning button and with button what we will be doing, we will be closing, and let's give value equal to submit login. Let's clear login, and on change on click, let's give on click equal to submit. As soon as we give it submit, and let's save, and on submit what we will be doing, let's do submit, and here what we will be doing, so it has already given me the code, so let's make it tab. So it has, yes, so if this username equal to admin, then this dot show rendering equal to true, else this dot show rendering equal to false. So we will be using this condition, just we will be taking two more variables, that is show login success equal to false, and second thing what we will be doing, show error equal to false. By default we will be taking these two variables as false, and what we will be, if user equal to login, then what we will be doing, show login equal to true, and the second part what we will be doing, this dot show error equal to false, and this dot username. Okay, so this is the first condition that we will be doing, and the second thing, if it is not equal to admin, then we will be doing the vice versa of it, that is show login success equal to false, and here we will be doing it show error equal to true. Once we are done with this, we will be saving this, and here what I will be doing, I will be taking if true conditions. So what I will be taking, that is let's take template if true, and we will be just copying this, that is we have got this code, so let's play around with this, and we will just be removing this. If true, then we will be showing login success, and if this equal to false, then what you need to do, we will be taking a paragraph and a login field, and we will be, let's take the comment that Visual Studio is giving, login field, and here what I will be doing, I will be just closing my template so that I should not get an issue. Yes, so by using this condition statements, let's deploy this and let's test if our login form is successfully working or not working. So let's go here and let's refresh this out. So it is great, after Agentforce we are getting so much suggestions, so inbuilt they are giving us. So we have a username, so button we haven't provided a label, that's why it is giving it like this, admin, and let's click this line that we will be fixing further. Login success is coming, admin, let's make it this. So if you go here, login field is coming. So this complete our today video. So today we have covered what is conditional rendering. We have understood how if true and if false is being used in LWC, and we have also learned how the toggle button is working, and also we tried how the login form is working and with the username only, not a password. We are not playing around with, we are just taking a static name and we are playing around with it. So in the next video we will be understanding how loops worked in LWC, mainly on the front end part, that is how for each loop works in LWC. So this complete our video. So if you like my content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe my channel, and hit the bell icon for more such content. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Have a nice day.